Hey folks, Les here from 6S1 and CG Bytes to give you a quick walkthrough and example of how you can use mesh insert brushes. This is really in conjunction with the freebie for the first week of our Mechanical series. Okay, the first freebie that we're giving away with this series of artist development seminars is a pair of really cool little insert mesh brushes that I put together to help jumpstart different types of hard surface modeling and building things that are mechanical, mecha related type of objects. So for folks who've never used a mesh insert brush, probably the first thing you're going to ask is how do I use it? How do I load that up? What do I do with that? So before a mesh insert brush can be used, you have to have some kind of mesh active on your screen, active in your stage. So what I'm going to do is just select a primitive such as a cube. Okay, and here I have the cube selected. I'm going to draw that on my stage. Then hit T to go into edit mode. And then from there, since this is still a primitive, I'm going to hit make polymesh 3D. So now that's actually a mesh, an editable mesh in ZBrush. And so here I have my two different mesh insert brushes already loaded up in my brushes that are part of your freebies. If you don't have those loaded up yet, you just go to load brush inside your brushes menu, and you can go select either of those and open those up. So once you have loaded the brush in, then to use any part of it, we can just click and drag, and it will insert whatever that mesh is into the model that's currently active. So to switch through our mesh insert brush and the different meshes contained inside it, we'll hit the M key on the keyboard, and here you'll see it brings up this menu where we can then click on a different mesh that's included in the brush and just drag and drop that where we want it. And as you drag and drop, you'll see that you're scaling it. There's a number of other things that you can kind of find that you can do with different mouse movements and key commands as you play around with it. But for the most basic functionality of it, just to get you up and running, this is what you would do. You'd hit M on your keyboard once you have your brush selected, M on your keyboard, choose the mesh that you want to insert, and we'll just draw that on. Okay, so here let's grab this seat. Okay, and so here you have all these different meshes that you can insert. And also just a quick note about these as you look at them, I have pre-polygrouped them to a great extent to help make generating UV coordinates for those much easier. Mesh inserts, or meshes inside a mesh insert brush, do not have UVs on them. So that is kind of a drawback to a certain degree of mesh inserts, but whenever I make them for something like this, the way these are supposed to be used, I will oftentimes go ahead and include polygroups in them that are just there to help facilitate fast UVs. So if I switch off to our other mesh insert brush, let's just undo these things I drew on. Here you can see some of these nice panels that are really, really useful for greebling out sci-fi and mecha type projects. Okay, so that's it. That's just a quick look and guide at how to use this this mesh insert brush resource. I hope you dig this stuff and you continue watching and hanging out with us during the artist development seminars that I do each week for CG Bytes. Thanks.